Comparisons. Girl interrupted. In this film, a high-angle shot is used looking from the top of the stairs down on the character, which we incorporated into our film. I believe this is an important shot because it creates tension, as we know something is happening upstairs, which is similar for both films. The high-angle shot also creates a sense of vulnerability to the character, as it creates the illusion that they are smaller than they really are. We have also used a similar shot for when Peter creeps to the shed to find Mark. The shot begins behind a closed door and Peter is revealed as he opens the door. Although our shot is fast-paced and uses several different angles to show Peter's alertness in his haste to discover his lost friend Mark, whilst their shot creates tension.
Toy Story. We were inspired to use this shot because of the memorable scene in Toy Story. We wanted the audience to see the box first so that they would be on the edge of their seat and wanted to know what's inside the box. We filmed it from behind the box to get a better view of the images, and we thought it may have been too dark angling the camera towards the box.
Last house on the left. We love how the woman creeps up behind the man to kill him. We wanted to create a similar shot to make our audience jump, although we felt that the last house on the left shot reduced the view of the woman. We wanted the audience to know we had killed him, so we put Peter beside him instead of creeping up behind him.
The conventions of a short film are that there is usually little dialogue. However, we have challenged this convention as we have used a considerable amount. We believe that in order for our audience to understand our complex storyline, we needed a lot of dialogue. From our audience feedback, we were very pleased that the dialogue had allowed them to understand the storyline. Our short film is about a psycho killing. These are usually done at night time to create a creepy atmosphere, for example, Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger. Although our short film goes against the convention because we have filmed in the day, we wanted to do this because we didn't want the audience to be suspicious about Jason being a killer.
The props that we had used were very stereotypical to what would be used in a professional thriller film. We used a crowbar and a knife as we thought they were correct weapons fitting in with the genre of the film. There are also usually a few locations in a short film, and our film also follows that convention, being based in or around the house to shoot. This is because a large part of the film was inside the house, so we weren't affected by the weather. Short films only use a small cast because the storylines don't allow for the large cast. The start of the film shows Jason having a conversation with Mark's mum about Mark's whereabouts. We wanted the conversation to look interesting and so used different types of shots, including extreme close-up and medium long shot. Different shots are also used in conventional films to keep the audience engaged.
For the scene where Peter is walking past Jason's house, we were going to use a handheld camera. We decided on a tracking shot to give it a smoother feel. We intercut this shot with Jason looking out of his window. This shot definitely shows the start of Jason's obsessive personality.
When Peter was ringing Mark's phone, it was actually ringing in the scene, which meant that when we came to edit, we had to make sure the ringtones matched perfectly from different shots. We believe that we did this very well, although if we did it again, we can make it easier for ourselves and added the ringtone after. When Peter had finally found the images, we wanted to intercut Jason's realisation of Peter being upstairs. We believed that this gave tension to the audience and made them want to know why Jason was acting strangely. Also, with the intercut, the audience had to wait until they knew what was in the box and when we knew Jason was going to find Peter in his room. This gave it a real sitting on the edge of your seat moment.
The confrontation at the window was very dark because of the light coming in through the window. Although we cannot change this because the scene has to be next to the window so that Jason can look outside for Peter to be able to look out. We had the camera follow Peter's head so that the audience knew that Peter had put him outside.
We wanted to experiment on our camera techniques and then therefore created a depth of field shot. We did this by concentrating on a fly and the background being fuzzy. Then we slowly changed the depth of field, which changed dramatically to Jason's face. The loud noise that accompanies his face will make the audience jump because it goes from a calm scene to a frightening, jumpy shot.
On many of the radio trailers we've researched, they had music beds to complement the genre. For example, Captain America used a heroic-sounding music bed, which makes the audience understand the genre. We have used similar conventions for our radio trailer, as we have used an eerie, tension-filled music bed that depicts the eerie nature of the film and sets the tone for the audience of what to expect.
We were fortunate enough to know a drama student who was able to create the perfect radio voice. We needed him to create a deep, powerful and assertive voice that many voiceovers are like, so that we can catch the audience full attention. Once we had their full attention, we repeatedly used our short film's name of Missing so that it would stay in their head and hopefully make them watch the film. This is very similar to other radio trailers that repeatedly use that film name.